The 2005-2006 Alaska Aces season began with 6 straight games at home, the last 3 against Bakersfield, and as one might imagine, there was still plenty of lingering bad blood between the two teams after a hard-fought playoff series the year before. Zach Fitzgerald wasted little time in establishing that Alaska's new affiliation would be a popular hit with fans and a useful tool for head coach Davis Payne. A mid-November clash with West frontrunner Las Vegas offered a preview of things to come later in the year, as the Aces swept 3 straight from the Wranglers to take over first place. The Aces said goodbye to an old teammate over Thanksgiving, and Louis Mass paid tribute to his longtime friend and former teammate B.J. Young with a goal that helped beat Utah in another playoff preview. Another 3-game sweep, this one over Fresno, offered yet another playoff preview as well as a first look at Alaska's popular powder blue 3rd jersey. Ryan Ramsey helped Alaska take a series from Victoria to ring in the new year, and as the Aces continued to pile up the wins, fan favorite Mike Lee reminded Alaska's opponents, especially Stockton's Jeff Worlton, that the Aces were not a team to be trifled with. Long Beach proved to be a difficult challenge at the Sully, but Patrick Weller gave Aces fans a hint of overtime heroics to come with a game winner February 19th. Trailing 2-0 late in the game against Utah in March, the Aces rallied to force OT, and the old warhorse, Kimby Daniels, punctuated his midseason return to the lineup with a goal that beat Alfie Michaud and kept Alaska unbeaten at home against its future first-round playoff foe. After sweeping the Grizzlies in relatively routine fashion, the Aces were back in the West Finals for a second consecutive year, this time against Las Vegas, where overtime would dictate 2 of the most dramatic finishes in ECHL history. First in Game 2.
Will work it into the corner for Mike Scott. Centers. Menard chips it front. Backhander score! Olivier Filion! And ladies and gentlemen, this game is over! Just 2:20 into overtime. The Aces have tied the series. Olivier Filion, a healthy scratch last night. He doesn't soul. He comes out, wins 11 out of 14 faceoffs. Assists on the first goal, and most importantly, scores the winner. Aces 4, Wranglers 3, and that's your final in overtime.
And then it was time for the big rig, in the 3rd longest game in the history of the league, to finally send everyone home.
Filion 2 OT game winners already in his Alaska career. Off to Cam Keith. Wrist shot. Batted in. Goal. Game over. Game over. The big rig has sent Alaska to the National Conference Finals for the 2nd year in a row. This game is over. This series is over. And the 3rd longest game in the history of the ECHL ends with the Aces climbing over the boards to celebrate. Davis Payne has his arms in the air and around Chris Menard and the rest of his players. A sellout crowd at Sullivan Arena has witnessed ECHL history. The 3rd longest game ever ends not only the game, but one of the greatest postseason series ever played. Alaska 4, Las Vegas 3, and ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go home. That's your final in overtime.
Many people, including perhaps the Aces themselves, thought that the win over the Wranglers would pave the way toward the finals, but Fresno quickly put Alaska in a 2-1 hole in the conference finals and forced a Game 7 back in Anchorage, leaving Chris Menard to score a most unlikely goal.
Here's Hammond, wristing one wide from the top of the right circle. 2-2, we're in the 2nd overtime. Mike Scott backhands it ahead. Menard, left wing for the win, a drive, it's in! It's in! It's in! Alaska's heading to the Kelly Cup Finals! This game is over! It's a little past 11 o'clock local time, but no one's gone home yet! They're celebrating in the corner! The Aces bench mobbing Chris Menard, who said, I've had it with the American Hockey League. I can't wait to go back to Alaska and compete for a Kelly Cup
Husky Falcons finally out of the way, it was on to the finals against the Gwinnett Gladiators, and up to the thousands listening and watching back in Anchorage to count down the city's first pro sports championship in 26 years.
For the Gladiators, the league's highest scoring offensive team. York wins the draw. Wrist shot Campbell through but wide. Rebound Geitch behind the net. Mifsud backhanded off the back of the cage. We're down to 15 seconds. Daniels to Fillion. The net empty. High off glass. Heiston at center. Stripped from behind by Desbiens. It's loose. Campbell with 10 seconds to go. Alaska 4. Gwinnett 3. Lead pass. Left wing York. Turnover. Daniels clears off the boards. It will trickle into the net. Time expires. From the depths of bankruptcy and eBay to an ECHL championship, the Alaska Aces 2006 Kelly Cup titleists, and Davis Payne comes charging off the bench and jumps into the pile. Matt Underhill embracing Kimby Daniels, the wily veteran among others. Now Daniels and McCambridge come together, a combined 27 years of experience. Celebration all over the ice.
A great moment by a great team. Never lost 2 games all year in a row all year, and that is a huge stat.
We worked so damn hard, and for so long with one goal in mind, and to realize that is, regular season champs, Kelly Cup champs. I mean, these guys. There's one thing we did it our way. We had a ton of penalties to kill, and we fought just about everything, including ourselves, and we beat 300-point hockey clubs. And I mean, this is gigantic. We're coming home for an Alaska-sized party. This is for everybody back at home, and it's unbelievable.
We've battled from behind all year. We've battled with call-ups all year. It's just, it's just character from top to bottom.
As a team, you're never going to play on a better team than this. We knew that this was going to be a year that we were going to have a chance to win, and it was a great effort from everybody to take advantage of that.